Between the late 1960s and early 1970s, California was terrorized by a nameless, faceless killer who played a deadly game of cat and mouse with the police. He called himself the Zodiac. With at least 5 confirmed murders, possibly dozens more, he sent cryptic ciphers to newspapers, daring the world to uncover his identity. But despite thousands of tips, decades of investigations, and countless theories, the Zodiac Killer was never caught. Was he a deranged lone wolf? A military-trained assassin? Or something even more sinister? Tonight, we go deeper than ever before. A full-scale investigation into the true story of the Zodiac, his victims, his puzzles, and the biggest question of all, who was he? It began on December 20th, 1968, a quiet road in Vallejo, California. 2 teenagers, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, were enjoying an evening together when they were brutally gunned down at point-blank range. There was no robbery, no clear motive, just cold-blooded murder. 6 months later, another attack followed. July 4th, 1969. Darlene Farron and Michael Mageau were sitting in their car when an unknown figure approached, then opened fire. Michael survived, wounded but alive. And then, the phone rang at the Vallejo Police Department. A chilling voice spoke. It was the first of many times the Zodiac would taunt the police, challenging them, mocking them. He didn't just want to kill, he wanted everyone to know he was watching. The Zodiac didn't just murder, he communicated. Between 1969 and 1974, newspapers received multiple letters, some containing bizarre symbols, ciphers, encrypted messages that supposedly revealed his identity. The first was a 408-symbol cryptogram. Zodiac warned that if the police didn't publish it, more people would die. It was a race against time. The San Francisco Chronicle and the Examiner complied, printing his message on August 1st, 1969. 3 days later, a couple from Salinas cracked the code. The chilling message inside read, but there was something missing. The final part of the cipher, his name, it was never solved. Over the years, Zodiac sent more ciphers, more letters, some boasting his skills, others filled with eerie taunts. He claimed to have taken 37 lives, but could that be true? And why was he so confident he'd never be caught? September 27, 1969, Lake Berryessa. A peaceful afternoon turned into a nightmare. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were enjoying a picnic when a masked man approached. He wore a black executioner's hood. A white symbol, a crosshair, marked his chest. And then, he spoke. I want your money and your car keys. I'm an escaped convict. I killed a guard. I need to get to Mexico. But it was all a lie. Moments later, he bound their hands, took out a knife, and began stabbing them repeatedly before casually strolling away. Before he left, he marked the victim's car door with his symbol and the words, Vallejo, 12-2068, 7-4-69, September 27-69, 6:30, a calling card for his crimes. 2 weeks later, he struck again. October 11, 1969, San Francisco. Paul Stein, a cab driver, was executed in cold blood. This time, Zodiac did something unexpected. He took a trophy. He ripped off part of Stein's bloodied shirt and mailed it to a local newspaper, proving it was him. And then, he vanished into the night. Over the years, investigators had no shortage of suspects, from former military men to ex-convicts to an elementary school teacher. Suspect number 1, Arthur Lee Allen, a convicted child molester, owned a Zodiac brand watch. Friends reported he spoke about hunting humans, but DNA evidence decades later, inconclusive. Suspect number 2, Earl Van Best Jr., a criminal. The handwriting in his love letters eerily matched Zodiac. His son even claimed his father was the killer. But was it all just coincidence? Suspect number 3, Gary Francis Post. A former Air Force veteran, a violent past. A group of investigators insist he was definitely the Zodiac, but the official police stance? No confirmation. Could the Zodiac still be alive, or did he take his secrets to the grave?
Despite decades of work, the case remains officially unsolved. But modern technology is changing everything. Advanced forensic tools are being used to analyze Zodiac's letters once again. Could new DNA evidence finally crack the case? Could his true identity still be hidden in those ciphers? And most importantly, was the Zodiac even one person? So, what do you think? Who was the Zodiac? Did the police miss something? Or was he simply a ghost, watching from the shadows even now? Comment your thoughts below and tell me, which unsolved case should we cover next? Subscribe now, because the truth is still out there.